I never imagined a night at a neon-lit motel on the outskirts of the city could unravel me like this. Rafael, his dark hair slicked back, amber eyes catching every glint of neon, had this way of approaching that made my heart hammer and my chest tighten. I told myself I could stay composed, that nothing would happen, but every glance, every touch, every word sent me spiraling. That night, beneath the flickering lights, with the distant hum of the highway and neon reflections in puddles, I realized control wasn't mine to keep. It belonged to him. Some nights don't just happen. They consume you. The motel looked abandoned from the street, except for the neon pink and blue signs buzzing faintly above the parking lot. I parked my car, heart racing, pretending I wasn't already anticipating Rafael's presence. He waited near the corner of the building, tall, casual, dressed in a black leather jacket over a pale yellow shirt, dark jeans catching the neon glow. My own red-orange shirt and navy pants felt suddenly tight, every nerve alert. The closer he stood, the heavier my chest felt. Rafael grinned, a slow, knowing curled lips, as if he'd been expecting me to falter. "You're late," he teased, voice low, magnetic. "I got held up," I replied, though it was a lie. Every step toward him felt like walking into a trap I wanted to be caught in. His eyes darkened, scanning my face, chest, every movement. "Uh-huh," he murmured. "Sure." His smirk was sharp, confident, dangerous. A single look can undo every vow you've made to yourself. The motel room was small, but its neon ambience was intoxicating. Lights flickered from the sign outside to the blinds, reflecting off the chrome and vinyl furniture. A small private hot tub glowed faintly in the corner of the balcony, steam curling toward the night sky. I tried to keep my cool, but every glance at Rafael made my stomach coil. Every touch of his hand in mine sent sparks crawling up my arms. Some heat isn't just physical. It burns your restraint alive. He closed the door behind me, leaning casually against it, one hand in his pocket, the other brushing a stray lock of hair from my forehead. "You're nervous," he said softly, but there was a teasing edge in his tone. "I'm fine. I lied," voice tighter than I intended. "Sure you are," he whispered, stepping closer, the distance between us shrinking in seconds. I could feel the warmth radiating from his body, the faint scent of his cologne, amber, wood, something sharp that made my chest tighten even more. Every inch he closes is a confession I can't make aloud, but my body knows. The neon light painted stripes across his face as he leaned in. My hands instinctively rose, resting on his chest, feeling the firmness beneath his jacket. He tilted his head, amber eyes locking with mine, and I realized then that the night wasn't mine, it was Rafael's. "Do you know what happens when you resist me?" he murmured. His lips brushed my ear lightly, sending shivers down my spine. I started," voice faltering, heart racing. "Exactly," he whispered. "You don't. Desire isn't gentle. It's relentless, and it always wins if you let it." I stumbled toward the balcony, the private hot tub glowing in the corner, steam curling around us. He followed, silent but commanding, every movement deliberate. My hands gripped the railing, trying to steady myself, but the moment he stepped closer, I felt my resolve collapse. I gasped, tried to articulate a warning, a boundary, but it was useless. My breath caught in my throat, my knees weakened. Rafael smiled knowingly, leaning in, fingers brushing against mine. "Relax," he said softly. "You don't need to fight anymore. Some nights leave you breathless. Others leave you changed forever." He pressed a hand to my cheek, thumb tracing my jawline as he lowered his lips slowly, teasingly close. I swallowed hard, chest heaving, all thoughts of restraint evaporating. The neon reflected on his skin, highlighting every curve, every line, every subtle movement that made my body betray my mind. When control slips, what you feel is all that matters. The neon light from the motel sign flickered across Rafael's face, painting his sharp features in pink and blue. He leaned close, chest brushing mine, amber eyes burning with a look I couldn't resist. My heart hammered. Every nerve felt alive, trembling in anticipation. Some touches ignite, fires you can't put out. Rafael's hand traced down my arm, slow, deliberate, sending shivers through my body. The sound of rain hitting the roof mixed with distant traffic, but all faded behind the storm of desire building between us. I tried to step back, but every instinct screamed to lean closer. "Relax," he murmured, voice low and magnetic, brushing his lips near my jaw. My chest tightened. "You don't have to fight it anymore." The closer he gets, the harder it is to breathe, and the harder it is to resist. I stumbled toward the balcony, where the private hot tub steamed softly in the night air. Neon lights reflected off the water's surface, casting a surreal glow over Rafael's face. He followed silently, each step measured, drawing me into his orbit. "You're trembling," he said, fingers brushing mine, thumb tracing small circles. "You're mine tonight, whether you admit it or not. Surrender isn't weakness. It's the only choice left." I swallowed hard, trying to form words, but they failed me. His hand cupped my cheek, guiding me into the space between us. My hands hovered over his chest, hesitant, until the warmth beneath his jacket pulled me closer. My lips parted instinctively as his neared mine, teasing, testing, drawing me in. "Rafael," I gasped, voice quivering. "You already are," he whispered, pressing closer, letting the storm of neon and rain fade into background. Once you give in, desire takes control completely. The hot tub glowed faintly, steam curling around our bodies, as Raphael's hands guided me gently to the edge. His lips brushed mine softly, then with growing intensity. Every kiss, every touch was electric, leaving me breathless. I could feel his heartbeat against mine, steady and firm, grounding me while setting me aflame. One kiss can burn, heal, and destroy, all at once. The neon lights reflected off our intertwined bodies, mixing with the warm glow of the motel room behind us. Raphael's fingers traced my jawline, down my neck, eliciting shivers I couldn't contain. I wrapped my arms around him, holding him as close as possible, wanting this night to never end. "Do you feel it?" he asked softly, eyes never leaving mine. Yes," I whispered, breathless. "I can't fight it anymore. Desire doesn't negotiate. It overwhelms." Hours passed in a blur of heat, whispered words, and stolen glances. The storm outside faded into a gentle rain, leaving us soften over the roof. We finally collapsed against the plush edge of the hot tub, bodies tangled, foreheads touching, hearts racing. "Never thought a night here could change me," I admitted, voice shaky but honest. "Me neither," Raphael said, lips brushing my temple. "But sometimes the best nights are the ones you don't plan to survive emotionally. Some nights don't just happen. They redefine everything you thought you knew." I pressed against him, letting the warmth of his body calm my racing heart. Neon lights and rain reflected across our skin, creating an intimate cocoon where only we existed. My hands intertwined with his, and I realized I had lost control, but in the most delicious, unforgettable way. "And now," I whispered softly. "Now," he murmured with a grin, "we see where this night takes us." Once control is lost, the only direction is forward. By the time the first hints of dawn colored the sky, we remained on the balcony, wrapped in each other's arms. The neon had faded into soft morning light, but the intensity of the night lingered. That night, Raphael and I hadn't just surrendered to desire. We had discovered it fully, completely, and irrevocably. Some nights change everything, and this one changed us forever.